We even feel like doing a video today. we're like, what do you want to talk about? I don't know, because we just had a significant frustration on this steering. The steering is so frustrating. It is day 7 of the 20-day wrench fest, and I'm just looking at the sheet of our days and what we're supposed to get done. We actually did accomplish 2.5 out of the 3 things that we're supposed to get done. Number 1 was to order the driveline parts. I think I did that. It took me forever to get the right part numbers for the right flanges, the right stub axles, the right slip yokes, all that stuff. I think I got it right, but we'll see. I next day aired all of it because if it's not the right thing, then I need to know that and we need to make corrections. So that's number 1. Number 2 that I did get accomplished is I talked to my Bayou friend. These guys down in Louisiana from CCC Custom Control Cables. I pick up the phone and I'm like, hi, my name's Eric. I'm looking for blah, blah, blah. And these are Southern boys from Louisiana. And they're like, boy, you need to slow down when we're talking to me.
They're hilarious. They're awesome.
You got to hear them on the other cables orders. So I got to call them again and ordered the throttle cable. So that's number 2. And it's always fun talking to that guy down there. I can't remember his name, but definitely from a different part of the country. Louisiana. Number 3 on my list was I was going to try to finish the steering 100%. Well, it's not 100%, but we did get a lot done. First thing is this bow was very flexy. So I welded in this brace in here. This is a 2-inch, 1/8-inch, 2 by 1/8 inch arc that added a lot of rigidity to the bow. It is good to go. And that provide a nice solid foundation for the steering shaft and everything else here. So this actually turned out pretty sweet. I kind of copied the design from the 907. It's quite a bit longer just because the bow is, and the way the roll cage sits in it is different. So got the quick release, the splines welded onto the steering shaft. Got the steering shaft in here. Got the aluminum column, if you will, plugged in there. And welded the ends with brass bushings in there. So this thing with just fingertips, it's working pretty good. I also had to build from scratch the sprocket on the end. Mm-hmm. There's just a lot, like all this stuff is built from absolute scratch. You're just starting with raw materials and building crap as we go. So Nicole had to run into Ace, and what are those things called? The split
sleeve?
The split collar. I use a split collar, and then I weld that onto a sprocket. And so she ran into Ace and grabbed that, and we're good to go. The sprocket is done. The whole steering column is done. Now, that's not 100% of the steering. Back here, this is already all done from before. So the control harmon back there, and I also have the holes. I'm not sure I'm going to use those. I did a split pulley system back there. I think I'm only going to do one right in the middle. It just simplifies things. So that's done. The biggest pain in the ass is getting the pulleys aligned up there. I've got the line marked from the angle of everything. I was gonna try to attach these things with S-hooks, and they just didn't self-center. As soon as we put tension on them, they pulled right up. So I think I have the answer, but we're gonna call it a day. So this was our design, and the S-hooks just pulled right up. It did not work. The good thing is, I think we're going to use these brackets, and so these things are just bolt through the side of the boat, and then your little pulley is going to mount to that. So we're going to get to use those, but kind of a fail today. As soon as we put tension on it, we're like, hey, let's test it. We'll call it a day. As soon as we put tension on it, fail.
He was trying to explain his image, and I just didn't see it. But then once it started going in the boat, I was like, oh, I think this is going to work great, until there was tension on the string. And then these just went all cockeyed.
And the string wanted to come off. So I guess in an S-hook, as long as you get a big enough S that it pulls in the same plane, then you could have gotten away with that. But these were just little ones that we tried to make work. I think I got the answer. I'm just going to make 2 arms with a hinge point through the sprocket and a hinge point through the bracket. But anyway, they're a pain in the ass to get aligned just right. So a little bit of frustration. I think we're going to call it a day. What time is it?
It's like 7 something already, I think.
It's
7:30.
7:30 p.m. on day 7 of the Ranch Fest. We're a little bit wiped out. Literally, I've been running on Red Bull and ibuprofen. That is like my 52-year-olds and crawling around in the boat. Man, I'm hurting. Like I need a spa day. I've never said those words, but I need a spa day, and I don't know when that's going to happen because we have however many days, 13 more days to go of this. All right, so if we do, next step is the fuel tank and the gas pedal. Those should go fairly well. The gas pedal, those that's a fairly full day, but we're gonna try to do the steering, carry that over, and hopefully get the steering done, fuel tank, and the gas pedal done. Then we're off to the races of kind of the easier stuff. So ready for some progress. I like literally we throw the cage and the engine here like woohoo, we're making progress, and then we tear it up all back apart and it looks back like this, like we're nowhere close.
Everything felt like it was moving so fast, like for the first 4 days or whatever, and then today it was just a little.
Yeah, today I mean it's not that big of a setback, but we just need to like roll with it anyway. All right, we're gonna call it a night, get some rest, and hit this thing again tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for day 8 of the 20-day Ranch Fest coming after this one.